Hey everybody, it's OAMMA here, and today I will be giving you guys my picks for the Umar Nurmagomedov versus Cory Sandhagen fight. Now this is a really good card. We have such good names on this card. We have Figgy, we got Cheeto, we got Share a Bullet, we got Cory, we got Umar, we got Tony. I forgot about that. Like this is just a great fight night. I'm sad Nick Diaz got canceled, but he was probably gonna get killed, so that's okay. But yeah, first up we got Sedriques Dumas versus Denis Tiuliulin. I feel like this is gonna be a close fight. I think Denis Tiuliulin has good 1-2s. I feel like he's kind of a meathead, kind of take a lot of damage. Had two tough fights against two good guys though, RoboCop and CDL. Those are two good guys, so I don't know if we should really trust those losses too much, but I think Sedriques Dumas is going to be a bit better. I think he's going to be a little bit faster. He's going to feint pretty well. He's going to use that leg kick. And then I think if he needs to, he can always wrestle. So I think Sedriques Dumas is going to win a decision here. I could see Denis Tiuliulin KOing Sedriques Dumas. I don't like how he pulls back. I don't like how he fades away. It's always in a straight line. He likes to get back up against the cage, and if that happens, I could see Denis Tiuliulin throwing a nice straight or something and just fucking dropping him. But I think the safe bet here is Sedriques Dumas by decision. Next up, this is gonna be a really good fight. So we got Herbert at 170 versus Rolando Bedoya. Now we got these two guys like to scrap, man. Rolando Bedoya, he's game. I know he looks kind of like Ben Askren, but he's good, man. He's pretty technical. He's got good leg kicks. I just don't see him being as technical as Herbert. I think Herbert's gonna be a little bit better, a little bit more powerful at 170. I think his chin's gonna hold up better with less of a weight cut. So honestly, I could see Jai getting a KO here. Rolando, he likes to get a little crazy, but I could also see Rolando knocking him out, to be honest, with like a crazy hook that he throws. But I honestly, I believe in Jai Herbert here. I think he's more technical. I think he's going to be better. And if it's the fight I'm thinking, where it's kind of at range, I think Jai Herbert's going to kill him. Honestly, I think Bedoya is going to be fast and he's going to land some good shots, but I don't think he's going to be landing better shots than Jai Herbert. I just don't see that happening. So yeah, Jai Herbert by let's go by KO. KO in third round. Next up, we got Viktoriia Dudokova versus Sam Hughes. I see a lot of people riding on the Sam Hughes hype train, and I get it. Like, she has a chin, and I feel like if she hits Viktoriia and makes it a dogfight, it could go pretty bad. But I think Viktoriia is just a little bit faster. I don't think Sam Hughes' last opponent, I forget her name, but she's good, man. Like, I don't think she's on the level of Viktoriia. So I think this is going to feel a bit easier for Sam Hughes. I still think she chases a little bit too much. She doesn't cut off the cage too well. So I think Viktoriia is going to be a little bit faster, land a jab, could take it down if she needs to. I think Viktoriia is going to be overall better. But this is a fight I am not confident in, especially after my 14-leg parlay got killed by Molly fucking McCann. Okay, like, anyways, we're gonna go Viktoriia Dudokova by we'll go by decision. I think Sam Hughes is tough. I don't think she'll get finished. Anyways, next up we have Guram Kutateladze versus Jordan Vucenic. Now this is a good fight. The odds aren't up. So let me see who's a favorite in this. Let me go on my app. They got Guram as the favorite. I think that's right. I think Jordan Vucenic he's good. He's good on the ground, got good submissions. He's kind of got a Muay Thai style. Good leg kicks, they're pretty fast. He's young. I think he deserves to be in the UFC. I don't think he's beating Guram. Man, Guram's too good. I think after his loss, like, just fucking look at him. Like, I don't think he's fucking around. Like, I don't think he's gonna be playing this fight, and then I kind of feel bad for Jordan. I think Guram's gonna stuff takedowns and fucking piece him up on the feet, honestly. But I do like Jordan Vucenic, and I think he'll have a good career in the UFC. So Yeah, we'll go Guram by we'll go by finish. Could be decision. This is gonna be a close fight. Whatever you feel, probably go. But I, honestly, I think Guram's gonna win a decision. Jordan doesn't look super bad on the feet, so yeah. Next up, we got the fight of the year: Shamil Gaziev versus Dontale. Oh boy. So the good thing for Gaziev is that it's 3 rounds, so hopefully no cardiac arrest. However, Dontale is not too bad on the feet. You know, he hasn't been dropped. I think Gaziev has to wrestle. I think he can, and I think he will. I think he's also going to be a little bit sharper on the feet. It's just after what I saw Gaziev do, it's just hard, man. You know, but I do think he's better than Dontale. I don't really see a world where Dontale kind of wins. I think he's better on the ground. I think he's better on the feet. I think Gaziev wins. Unless Dontale drops him like the 3rd round or something. I don't know. But I'd probably go Shamil by either decision or submission. So, yeah. Next up, we got Mohammad Yahya versus Kaue Fernandes. Now, the odds are pretty surprising to me. Now, I know Mohammad Yahya, his record's a little sus. Now, he's beaten some people that, I don't know, that don't have the best records, let's put it that way. But Kaue Fernandes is good, but I don't think he's like a world beater. I don't think he's minus 400 special, especially like we've never seen this guy in the UFC. I think it's kind of silly, especially when you don't know the jitters, you don't know what might happen, you know. So he's okay like everywhere, but he looked like he was gassing, and I don't know if I trust a Kaue Fernandes when they don't even have a profile picture for him. You know what I'm saying? So I think I might go Mohammad Yahya here, but it's kind of hard when he looks so ass against Trevor Peak. Also, and like I said, his record's super duper sus. So I can't trust it. So I'm gonna go Kaue Fernandes probably by decision. I think it's going to be a disappointing fight, honestly. So, maybe KO for Fernandes. Anyways, next up, we have Azamat Murzakanov versus Alonzo Menifield. I'm sorry, I don't know why the titles are backwards, but anyways, we have a good guy in Azamat. I like his kicks. He's a good striker. They're both kind of old, getting older. But after seeing Alonzo Menifield do what he did against Carlos Ulberg, I just you can't trust the guy. Like, run out a counter striker, get spun around, and then get KO'd. Like, I don't know if I can really trust that. So, I'm gonna go Azamat here. I'd say pick him right now. I think that's gonna change. I think Azamat's gonna be a bigger favorite. But yeah, give me Azamat right now. I think he's just a bit more crisp on the feet, a bit better. I think he'll be able to do well in this fight. Next up, we got Elves Brener versus Joel Alvarez. Now, this is kind of a tough fight because Elves Brener, he's not good, but he's got a crazy chin. You know, like he can just eat him. Like I think his last fight was Kutateladze, or maybe it was a few fights before, but man, dude, his hair was red. Like, he came out with the silver hair. You should not have came out with the silver hair. You know, like, he looked like a little tampon, like a used tampon. That's the only way I can explain it. And he won. So, this fight kind of sus. I think Alvarez is better. I think he's better on the ground, too. It says his weight here is 156. I don't know if that's right. I doubt it's right because he's 6'2". If they're fighting at 170, I think that'll even do him better. His cardio might hold up a little bit better. Brener has good cardio though, good chin, good power. I think Alvarez is a bit better, and I just think he's gonna win. I think Elvis Brener's coming off a few losses. He lost Ora by decision, but that was a close fight. It wasn't too bad. I think Joel Alvarez is gonna win though. I think I think he's going to be able to take it to the ground, threaten some submissions. I think he's going to be a little bit longer on the feet. Could see an Elves Brener KO with that tough chin, but I think Alvarez has this, honestly. All right, next up we have Mackenzie Dern versus Lupi Godinez. Now, I fucking hate Mackenzie Dern, okay? Because anytime I bet on her, she loses, and anytime I don't bet on her, she wins. So we're staying away from Mackenzie Dern this week. But I do think also that Lupi Godinez is going to win. I think she's just a little bit better. I think she has good defense on the ground. I think her striking is a little bit sharper. It's a tough fight, though. After Molly McCann killed my 14-leg parlay, like, ridiculous. I'm never betting on a WMMA fight, like, ever again. It was 1,000x payout. I know I only had 86 cents, but it would have given me $1,000. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm working minimum wage. That would be, like, massive for me. Massive. So, anyways, we're gonna go with Lupi Godinez here. Not confidently, but I think she's going to be able to outstrike Mackenzie Dern. I also think Mackenzie Dern kind of chases around the cage. I think she's good on the ground, but Lupi was able to reverse her last opponent. I can't pronounce her name. She reversed Raul Rosas Jr. a few times, and then she kind of got pieced up by him, though. So it's the only thing I'm kind of worried about. But I got Lupi. I think she's gonna win. I think she's better defensively, especially against someone as good as Raul Rosas. You know, after what he did to Lemos, I think it's I think it's gonna be a close fight. But I think Lupi's gonna win. I think Lupi's gonna win. I think she's gonna win by decision. I think she's gonna be able to outstrike, defend takedowns, maybe even reverse a position. I think she's gonna win. She might get taken down once, but I don't think she'll get held there like Mackenzie Dern usually does. So, yeah, next up, we have Tony Ferguson versus Michael Chiesa. Now, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Tony Ferguson versus Patty. First round, Tony was piecing Patty up until he got dropped. Okay, but until he, and that leg kick was busting. But Michael, hear me out. Michael Chiesa hasn't fought in a few years. He's also kind of, he's not even that old. But Tony on the ground looked okay against Patty. You know, I don't know. Just look at just look how fucking old he is, man. Like, I just want him to win so bad. No, honestly, if you're being realistic, Michael Chiesa is probably gonna win this by decision. He's probably just gonna outstrike, wrestle. But for some reason, I feel Tony Ferguson. I feel it like give me Tony by like sub, like by triangle, you know? Like he's on his back and got taken down, but he just flings up a triangle. Next up, we got Marlon Vera versus Davison Figueiredo. Now, this is a fun fight, man. I think Cheeto's going to be a little bit better than what he usually is, or what we saw in that Shiga fight. Davison's nowhere near as fast. They kind of fight fairly similar. Like, they like to take their time and feel each other out. Like, this is probably going to be a really fucking boring fight. Like, if I'm being honest, I see this going two ways. Cheeto, probably. If this is on the feet, I think Cheeto's going to win. But what Davison likes to do is kind of like he likes to fool around in the first round. Kind of likes to strike, get some reads, and then second round he goes for that takedown as soon as someone throws. So I think Davison's gonna win. I think he's gonna win probably by decision. I don't think Cheeto's gonna get finished. I could see Cheeto having success on the feet, honestly, but I just see Davison getting that ground control. He's gonna get that takedown probably round 2 and round 3, and I don't see it being any closer than that. If this is a pick'em, which is kind of crazy. I don't see a real world where I see Cheeto winning, honestly. Cheeto's gonna be better on the feet, but it's not gonna be on the feet. So, and Davidson's too good on the ground. If Cory Sandhagen's gonna keep Marlon Vera down for 5 rounds, I think Figueiredo is gonna do the same, if not worse. So, give me Figueiredo by decision. I don't think Cheeto's gonna get finished, but sub is a good call if you're really feeling it. Next up, we got Shara Bullet versus Michal Olajaychik. Now, Michel's good. You know, he's got good hands. I think he's kind of a bad matchup for Shara Bullet. But I do think Shara Bullet's too good. He's 6'2", man. Fuck, he's big. Like, he's just big. He's fucking really quick with his legs. He's got his fucking pubic hair growing right here, too. So, that's cool. But Michel could hit him with a little 1-2. Shara, the one thing I don't like about Shara is that a lot of the time his back's up against the cage, and when his back is up against the cage, he has no hands. So if you like are able to get him up against the cage, he can't kick as well. You know, like I know the Dagestanis have fucking crazy like question mark kicks. We saw that last fight night with I forget his name, but a fucking crazy head kick from like clinch range. I think Cheryl will be able to do that too, but I think Michel's punches are going to be too fast, too powerful, if that is the case. However, I do think Cher is just going to rip a few body kicks, maybe a question mark kick, maybe a teep. He's going to try and keep his distance, and I think he's going to do better with keeping his back off the cage. Anyways, next up for the main event, we got Cory Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. No. Umar's really good. Like, don't get me wrong. And he's a big favorite going into this fight. But I think Cory Sandhagen's too good. I think he's going to be too weird and too new. Umar's got really good takedowns. Very good everything. His striking's not too bad. But I just don't see a world where Cory's been training for this fight. I remember him, like, a year ago talking about how he was going to be the first one to take a Nurmagomedov. So that's been his goal. He's really treating this like it's something different. I think he's been locked in for way too long, and I think he's gonna be in a lot of issues. I think Cory's movement, I think he's gonna keep his back off the cage very well. I think he's gonna be very strange, and I think he's gonna piece up Umar. Now, if Umar does take it to the ground, he will just hold him, and he could get a submission. I don't think Cory's going to get submitted. After what happened to Aljo, you could tell he's been working so hard on his grappling. So I do like what I see from Cory, and I think Cory will give Umar a quote-unquote fraud check, but I do not think this is going to be a fraud check. I think Cory's just so good, and I think Umar, maybe give him a few more years, I think he'll be at the top of the division. I just don't think right now I can really trust him. However, being said that, the Dagestanis have been on a little run recently, but give me Cory by KO. You know, Umar also got dropped in his last fight, so give me Cory by finish. I think if it hits round 4 or 5, Cory might get tired and those takedowns might come easier. But for right now, give me Cory.